Gotta unmute. Tech Blue, do you want to speak? You gotta unmute.
Hi, do you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so last time I wanted to ask you a question. I don't understand the notion of a second coming and the Old Testament.
Thank you. I mean, there's a lot of passages that talk about the resurrection and the general judgment. So any passage in the Old Testament that talks about the resurrection, the general judgment, would be, for us, a second coming passage. Also, any of the passages that talk about, the fullness of the messianic promise in the sense of Christ, reigning with his saints, new heavens, new earth, right? Isaiah talks about that, new heavens, new earth being, those are all for us. In latter Isaiah, those are all for us, second coming passages.
But for example, there's many Jews that says that these passages are about David or are not messianic prophecies, like Isaiah 53 or Psalm 110.
Yeah, but wait, they're not messianic prophecies, or they are? What'd you say?
Like the suffering servant is about Israel, and the Psalms in general are about
but all of those passages like Isaiah 51, 52, 53 also contain messianic prophecies. They also call a few chapters earlier in 49, it calls the Messiah divine and that he's worshipped by these Gentiles. So if you read it in the context, not just singling out the suffering servant passage, but if you look at all the prior passages from 49 up to 55, like you get a totality picture that it's not just talking about the nation of Israel. It's talking about the nation of Israel exemplified in the person of the Messiah.
Can I give you an example of what I've read?
I know the Jewish argument that they think it's just the nation of Israel suffering. Sure.
No, but the passages is about the kings, the future kings, seeing Israel suffering and then reflecting on themselves, like,
and believing in the Messiah, like Isaiah 49 says.
Okay, all right. I have another question. Did Jesus fulfill all the prophecies? Because there are some that says that he died before realizing any of them, but I don't understand really much if he did or not.
I think he fulfilled them all. I've never heard of him dying before realizing them. What does that mean?
Because they said that there's no second coming. Then when he first died, he didn't accomplish the prophecies, like bringing all Jews back to Israel, gathering.
Yeah, but if you look at the way the book of Acts explains those passages, the bringing back of the remnant is what happens in Acts 2. So that is fulfilled in Acts 2. That's the rebuilding of the fallen tabernacle of David. That's why the passage in Acts 2 cites that prophecy from David's Psalms. Furthermore, the Psalms constantly talk about, even the Messianic Psalms, talk about the Messiah undergoing this death and this descent to Hades and his resurrection. So what would all these Messianic passages be talking about when it talks about the descent into Hades?
Okay.
I mean, there's like probably 20 of them, 30 of them.
One last question is about the priesthood. Multiple times you say that the rabbinical Jews don't have a priesthood, and
a rabbi's not a Levitical priest, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Use the example of I think the verse that says you're a priest forever by the order of Melchizedek, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I've heard another argument that Melchizedek was other. How can I say that? It wasn't in the first books. Like it was added later, because Melchizedek means rightful king. So when they say that, it's talking about David. Like it says you are going to be a priest forever, like a rightful king.
I mean, the other Psalms talk about Melchizedek, or talks about Jerusalem being Salem. So you understand, Melchizedek is in Genesis. It's not invented for David.
Yeah, but their argument is that there was conflict between multiple tribes of priests, and then when the Babylonian conquered Israel, the kings of the north come to the south, and they wanted to, and the priest and the south wanted to legitimize.
So, okay, I understand what you're saying, but you don't understand that it's a both and. Like Psalm 110 is not just about David; it's about the Messiah. You don't think it's a messianic prophecy?
I don't read it that way, but I can do more research.
Do you think Daniel 7 is a messianic prophecy? Do you think Rashi is correct? He says it is.
The Son of Man?
Yeah.
This one is more tricky. Like, for real, I don't
so it's tricky when it's... Okay. But isn't it not tricky when there's all these theophanies in the Old Testament? Who do you think the theophanies are in Genesis, like we covered last night for like 2 hours? Who is that?
I wasn't there last night, but...
Okay, well, I mean, they're like, just for like, so just say for the sake of argument, the 30 or so theophanies in the book of Genesis.
I think it's metaphorical.
So hold on, so you can worship a metaphor?
No, you're talking about the angel of the Lord. Okay. So I think it's... how can I say that?
So like let me give an example.
It's not the angel that you worship. It's not the angel that you worship. It's, divine agency. Like, God gave the authority to the angel.
Okay, so was God in the burning bush, or was it an angel, or was it just, quote, God's agency? Is God's agency God or not? Who's the agent? Who's the agent?
It's the angel.
Oh, so now created beings can be called Yahweh? Can you worship angels?
I mean, it's
so like this is what you have to do to get out of this, you see?
But it's like a king sending an envoyee.
Well, but why does she say... She doesn't say, I saw the representative, I saw God himself. It says that God appeared to Abraham at the tree, at the oak of Mamre. And you're saying, well, it's not God, it's an agent of God. But then the agent is identified multiple times in Genesis as Jehovah and Yahweh.
Yeah, but when in Exodus, he said, God said that he put his name and the angel, right?
Yeah, that's because it's Jesus. That's who has the name.
There's another example when there's another angel that has the name of the Lord, Yahweh.
Well, you're just assuming that that's not the same figure in the book of Genesis. So you're assuming that it's another angel. We're saying it's the exact same angel because the same angel that spoke out of the bush, identifying itself as I am. How can an angel say I am when an angel's not I am?
Because that's the way God talks to humans. Like
exactly. So it's God talking and not an angel. Can an angel Can an angel redeem or forgive sins?
By God's authority, yes.
Oh, so angels are now redeemed. So created things redeem and forgive sins.
No, but it's like...
Well, you said no, but now they do. So this is what you have to go to. This is the games you got to play to not accept the fact that clearly the angel is called the Redeemer. In fact, if you read at the end of Genesis, when Jacob talks about his life story, he says that his Redeemer is the angel who accompanied him through all of his struggles. And the Redeemer is the one that... It's the same angel, Redeemer, and angel of the presence. Angel just means messenger. It doesn't necessarily mean a created messenger. Because all these passages that you said earlier, well, it's God, but it's an angel speaking for God, but it's called God, but it has the name of God. So doesn't the Bible tell us then that no one sees the Father at any time?
Yes, but...
Oh, okay, so who's the form of God that's appearing in Ezekiel 1-10? Is it?
I don't...
Okay, so in Ezekiel 1-10, there's one riding on the chariot like a son of man, who is the face and glory of God. What's staring you in the face is that it's Jesus.
Okay. So yeah, you responded to all my question. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Yeah, good conversation. Yeah, if you look at, we did a whole whole chat on Ezekiel 1-10 just on that. Because when he sees the chariot, which is the cherubim chariot, he sees that one that rides the chariot is one like a son of man, who is the face and glory of God. Above the firmament there was a sapphire stone. Also from the appearance of his waist, the color of amber, like the appearance of a rainbow. And so was the appearance of the brightness. It was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of God. Now, God doesn't give his glory to another. So how are we going to say that this is a created being, an angel that's manifesting, that's riding the angel chariot? No, Jesus, only God could ride the chariot of the gods, right? And this is a big chariot that's being spoken of here. And the one riding the chariot is identified as the one who is the likeness of God's glory. And it's the same thing that you just said was a tricky one in Daniel 7. One like a son of man. And so if you read Ezekiel 1 to Ezekiel 10, the descriptors are the same. I'm going over here to 10. Maybe it's 11.